Well, hi, it's Hakan here from Miracle. You're used to Micah doing the calls and me being in the guest seat, but today I have a partner, a very great guy that I would like to introduce to everyone. Welcome, Mr. Douglas Anderson. Welcome to North Cyprus.
Thank you so much. Great to be here in the perfect weather.
The weather's always good in Cyprus. So Douglas is from, he's the CEO of Wall Street Capital, and Wall Street Capital is the company that we've signed for the process of MetaTerra. So we've started the process of MetaTerra. So that's something that I would like to give you that great news. But apart from that, upon that contractual relationship, it was great to have you as a guest and really see what we're doing at Miracle. And I would like to say, well, so far, what have you seen?
You know, I'm very pleased that you came along when you did, because Wall Street, and at least my firm, we've kept our eye out for opportunities like this for a long time.
Yeah.
And this is a very simple reason why. Because this space is exploding. You're looking at about 3 billion market just as recently as 2020. It's approaching 60, 70 billion now.
Yeah.
So it's an exploding market. You're talking about, I think the figures are staggering. 90% of executives are either currently using blockchain or they're planning to. And so crypto and blockchain are a growth sector. They're a profitable sector. They are the future, and we have to be involved in that. And as underwriters, as people that focus on listing companies on the stock exchange, we have to do this because the investors are demanding it. They want it. The public wants it. Right. And to run into you guys and see your amazing platforms, the tough parts that you've gone through, but also how you've gotten through it, how you've refined your products, how you've learned, and now you're ready to really launch some amazing products, and we're very excited to be a part of it.
Fantastic. But before going into the products, I want to go into a bit of some names that you're bringing onto the board for MetaTerra and the projects we're doing. So I would like the people out there to hear who's coming on.
Sure. You know, I mean, Hakan, it's the old saying, you know, it's not the horse, it's the jockey. No matter how good your product is, you have to have strong, experienced people that have been there and done that. And so for this sector, the guys that I've brought on are guys that are extremely knowledgeable at launching into new sectors and growth and global expansion. The first person that I brought is John Beyer. John's got a stellar background and career as a technologist and as a prolific global achiever.
Right, right.
It started with the cell phone business. He was part of Cellular One, and he was the key guy that worked with Michael Milken of Wall Street to bring Cellular One to AT&T, and that became cell phones everywhere. I mean, before that, you know, you'd see maybe one or two guys with a bag and a phone, or you know, loaded in, you know, in their attached to their car, but you never saw individuals, and that was the birth of that. So imagine that he was a part of that. That wasn't enough for John. He was a founder and CEO of another little company called Widevine. Widevine was acquired by another little company called Google, and to this day, yeah, to this day, Google or Widevine is the backbone infrastructure. Still is of Google, and then after that, he was head of international for a company called Real Networks. Real Networks was the birth of streaming. So you don't have Netflix and Hulu and Spotify and all that without streaming. He was a part of that. And so he's been studying this sector significantly and looking for these opportunities. And he was happy to take my call and take my recommendation to get seriously involved with your company and its initiatives.
Fantastic. And there was two more names?
Yeah, we're talking about blockchain, we're talking about finance, we're talking about banking and economics. And one of the strongest guys in the United States, certainly one of the most recognized economists in the United States, is Stephen Moore. Stephen was the economic advisor for President Trump in his first election. He's a very close advisor now as well. He was, as I showed you,
Yeah.
he was in the White House less than a month ago with President Trump talking about the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers that were a mess and what we should do about that. So having a guy who understands economies and scale and global economics, I think is invaluable
It's
to
fantastic.
have a guy like that involved. And so he's agreed to do that, and he's coming in to help us very soon. He's flying in to see you.
Cyprus.
So it's great to have someone of such high significance. In fact, Trump even appointed him chairman of the Federal Reserve, but he declined to do it for family reasons. But it shows the level of expertise and acumen he carries. Finally, I'm bringing on a dear friend and someone of high credibility and talent, Fernando Vildasola. Fernando's family founded a little company called Kenworth.
And another little.
And Kenworth became PACCAR, and PACCAR is a $60 billion publicly traded New York Stock Exchange company, probably one of the biggest in the world, and they produce about 165 heavy trucks a day out of Mexicali, Mexico, along with a lot of other things. And they also have some brands in Europe, so they're global. And Fernando also happens to serve his country, or his second country. He's both a U.S. citizen and a Mexican citizen, and he is a serving, acting Mexican senator for the state of Guadalajara. And Guadalajara is the strongest industrial state in the state of Mexico. So
Wow.
he's very savvy on business, on growth, on scaling, on global affairs. And so having that team together, I think, is critical. And then
It brings the whole ecosystem economically to where it needs to be.
yeah, I think it's
So with that great team, we sat down with Douglas and we looked at for the next 2 to 3 months, and we put a roadmap together. And first of all, the great news is that we're doing a revision on the Mirix pre-sale. So the Mirix pre-sale was planned to be $5 million. We have made a revision. We've turned the pre-sale into $15 million. And the great news is that where we plan to start the coin's first price at $0.50, we're actually starting it when we open. We'll open with $1 and we'll go up from there. Now, that said, with the current pre-sale prices, we will only keep them there for another 7 days, and we will revise the pre-sale prices and adjust it towards this new 15 million pre-sale. We have a roadmap where around October we go live with Testnet and Miracle Chain, and it's great that we're going to host John, Fernando, and Steve here in North Cyprus. Then I'm going to New York to find you there, and what are we doing there?
We're going to do an interview on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange on the 10th of November.
Yes.
October, we're going to be here.
Yes.
November, we're going to be in New York City at the prestigious New York Stock Exchange.
and that's going to give us a big coverage with Bloomberg and
Yeah, Bloomberg, Fox Business, and Newsmax will cover that interview.
fantastic. And finally, we have a plan at the beginning of December. We're going to have a social event.
We're still looking for the date in November or December, because we're going to have a very, very prestigious guest speaker. We don't have that date yet, but we have a commitment that they're interested in.
But just for some names that we will have at that event.
Oh, attending the event. Well, typically this particular event, we have people like Steve Forbes likes to come. David Rockefeller typically will stop by and say hello. Anthony Scaramucci.
Potentially the president of Mexico.
Actually, they've said that they're.
She said she would be there,
yeah,
right?
that she's going to try and be our speaker, and we would be overjoyed to have her as a guest speaker. And actually, one of the senators of the Mexican government said she would do it. So we're very excited about it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So this was a short video to let you guys out there know that MetaTerra started. We have a very strong board. We have revised the pre-sale. So the pre-sale prices at the moment will only remain for another 7 days, and it will be revised. We are going to mass marketing. We are coming to New York. We are going to have a mega social event, and can't wait to see November 10th, where everything goes live with this ecosystem. And I wish a great partnership with you and Wall Street Capital, and looking forward to some very exciting, friendly, profitable days.
We're very excited about it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.